Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Frosty here with another video. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing good myself. But before the video actually starts, I want to apologize for the video that was uploaded yesterday. When I was editing the video, I accidentally muted the right side of the headphones. So to my headphone users watching, I'm sorry. But this video is obviously better. The audio is fixed. And I have a new microphone. So hopefully that's treating your guys' ears pretty well. Anyways, if you guys like the content, drop a sub and like. And if you don't, I don't know, dislike the video and leave a mean comment. Call me a jackass or something. Anyways, let's get straight into the story time. This story time takes place during my 6th grade year around fall time. I don't know about you guys, but every year my middle school would have a fall fest event. I was getting prepared for Halloween basically, and they would have like fun games and you can go dressed in your Halloween outfit, and overall just a pretty fun time. I went to most of these as a kid. But to be even more specific, this year was kind of weird, my 6th grade year, because they were having a sleepover at the middle school after the event for all the middle schoolers. I don't know if your schools did this or my school is just weird and they wanted to touch us. But anyways, we're going to go back in time. About a week prior to the event itself, the sleepover was announced, and me personally, I thought this was dope because all my friends would be able to stay at the night and we'd be able to go around and do buffoonery things, mess around, be jackasses around the school, have fun, and then we'd be able to go to the event and then sleep over at the school and be jackasses yet again. I was also a little bit nervous. I don't know why, but I was definitely nervous. But fast forward to the day of everything happening. This day was a normal day of school. I still had school, so your boy gets up from sleeping. I get ready for school because there was still school. This day and throughout the school, all my classes, I was bursting inside. I was super excited. I was about to have the time of my life. And the day is pretty normal, just going along. And then fast forward to lunch. We're all talking about who's going to be there, and I actually found out most of my friends were not going to be there. My best friend wasn't going anymore, but specifically one of my friends was going to go. Let's call this guy Thomas. And Thomas, out of all my friends, was probably the friend I disliked the most, because this kid was a bit strange. Like, he was super obnoxious, loud kid, and I remember he would always make the Roblox oof sound and then like fall, which I thought was pretty weird and annoying. But anyways, nonetheless, this guy was kind of my friend, and he was going, which was cool. I was obviously bummed out that no one else was going, but I eventually made the decision that I would go anyways because I was going to have fun. So after lunch, I go through the rest of my day pretty normal. And at the end of the day, it's coming, and I sadly part ways with my other friends, that they bailed on your boy. And I call my dad, I let him know what's happening. He already knew, but I let him know that I'm safe and whatnot. So I stayed, and we were ordered to the library if we're staying either for the setup of the event or staying for the sleepover, because I think the event started at like 6:30, pretty early, and the school ended at 2:30 for me, so we had about 4 hours. So I make my way over to the library with my friend, with a teacher and my friend, obviously, and a couple other students that I knew I was cool with. Wasn't exactly friends, but I just knew them. We make it to the library, and I noticed something right away. There was not that many people at this event at all. There was like maybe 15 of us, which was kind of weird because I thought this idea was really dope. So yeah, your boy was a little bit bored. But the computers in the library made the best of it, and your boy automatically hops on one. At this time, like, crazy games and whatnot were really big in my school because everything else was blocked. They had all the good games blocked, so I was tearing up fucking Dollar Store Minecraft, running on a potato. And so is Thomas. He's sitting next to me. And I remember specifically getting bored of this Dollar Store ass game. When I played this game called Electric Man 2, which back then, as a middle schooler, this game was dope as hell. And all my friends, we would compete to beat the game the fastest. I don't remember if I was the best, but probably, because it's me, But suddenly, our fun stops when this bitch-ass bookkeeper or librarian comes in and tells all the kids that we can't be on the computers. Like, bitch, what are we supposed to do? And she tells us we either have to pick a book or sit there and talk to each other. I didn't really like Thomas, so, your boy picked a book. Probably a stupid-ass I Survive book. But eventually, I got bored and I said, fuck this shit. And I asked if I could go help with the setup of the event. And of course she was like, are you sure you won't go do that? But I said, yes, I want to go do that. This is pretty boring. So she said, let me. And I thought I was going to be doing like easy work, setting up tables and chairs and games. But little did your boy know, since I'm a handsome young man, as the lady called me, they put me with a grown-ass man unloading hay bales, which suck. I don't know if you guys have ever loaded and unloaded hay bales, but that shit sucks ass. So your boy is doing free label to the evil ass school. But this is better than hanging out with boring ass Thomas, if I'm being honest. Anyways, fast forward, and we're finishing with the event, and it looked dope. All my free child labor paid off. I was pretty proud of it. So we finished, and then I was sent back to the library before the event can open up. I get back and mess around in the library because I guess when I was gone, they passed the law of freedom in the library, and time passes on super quick, and soon before you know it, your boy was tearing up some pie eating contest and lasering the people that were in the duck bucket at the actual Fall Fest event. And I was living the life, man, and time was flying even faster here. I was going around having fun, and then suddenly one of my good friends that had originally dropped out on the plans, I guess, pulled up to the event. So I say what's up to this man, and he tells me he's actually going to stay for the night too. And your boy is stoked because now I don't have to hang out with weird ass Thomas, and let's call this new friend Jack. And me and Jack were pretty close friends, and now we can hang out all together and not it being boring, me and Thomas. And Jack has a girlfriend. Yes, this is 6th grade. Yes, it was a middle school relationship, or so I thought. And she was hanging out with us, which was cool. And this was where the story really gets interesting. The event is now over, and we're back in our home base, the library. I actually see one of my brother's friends setting up his stuff to go sleep, because after the event, it was already like 9:30. And you know, I go say what's up to this guy because I knew him. And I set up my stuff for sleeping as well. I set up my sleeping bag. And I had like the sleeping bag that wrapped around everything. And it had like a place that tightened around your head. And left space for your face. And this kid, my brother's friend, tries to scare me and tells me a stupid ass story about this guy that died in a sleeping bag like mine. And he kills kids that have the same type of sleeping bag. And obviously this is a stupid ass story. So I don't believe him at all. I'm a little bit creeped out. I am a 6th grader. But anyways, fast forward a little bit later. And teachers come in and like chaperones come in and they tell us we can go out in groups of kids, no chaperones, and explore the middle school. The middle school was not big. It had 4 classrooms and a couple extension classrooms. But we weren't allowed in those. Only the right and left wing of the middle school. My school was pretty small. So this is the best we got. We got 4 classrooms. And like 8 people get up. And it's me, your boy Jack, and Thomas, and like a couple other people. And they went to the cafeteria and just hung out. They weren't supposed to do that, but yeah. And we're hanging around. We jump up. We whip out our flashlights. And we start exploring the middle school, which is kind of small. Which was not in my interest of my group at all. We wanted to go into the empty classrooms, like my favorite teacher and my least favorite teacher. Maybe we were going to play prank on them, even though we were warned not to do that. But anyways, my group has the bright idea to split up, which I had the bright idea to do this. And of course, Jack and his girlfriend grouped up yet again because they're girlfriend or boyfriend. I was stuck with boring ass Thomas again, and this kid straight up tells me when we're in one of the classrooms when we already split up that he doesn't want to do this shit anymore and he's getting scared. And I was like, bruh, just go back to the freaking library then if you're gonna be like that. So I told him to go back, and he went back. Did I want him to go? No, I did not want him to go because I was a little bit creeped out, you know. I was scared of a sleeping bag killer because at this point I had been alone for a little while. I was exploring the classrooms, not really anything interesting in there. There's 4 classrooms. But I was chilling in the rooms with my like tablet that I had, you know, scrolling on like Snapchat. And I'm moving through different classrooms. And I already lost my other friend group, Jack. So I was completely by myself now. And of course I go looking for them eventually. This is like 45 minutes into the actual thing. I go looking for them, and these kids are literally nowhere to be found. And time is going about an hour at this time, 45 to an hour. this path without seeing my friends, and I didn't want to go back into the library because that shit was boring as hell. I said F it. I go back to the middle school wing and I look again. I come to the right wing and I search the room, which I think on each side was English rooms. And I search those sides, everything's empty. And then I go to the left wing. Then I open the door to a sight I most definitely did not want to see. This was the door to my math class. So I first see clothes on the floor and sleeping bag on the floor, which was weird because people weren't allowed to sleep in there. Because it was dark in there, you know, your boy was squinting. Then I see my boy Jack and his chick straight up making out. Little to no clothes on. And Jack was over there at a middle school sleepover trying to clap some cheeks up. So I see this horrid sight and me be frightened and wanting to scratch my eyes out. You know, I closed the door and not very quiet either because I was shocked to see that. I'm like, you're telling me this kid left me and Thomas to go clap cheeks, and me horrified not only of the sleeping killer, but now I want to scratch my eyes out. So I hurried my little ass back to the library, horrified, and I try acting normal, but obviously I can't because of what had just happened. And I keep quiet somehow, even though little ass Thomas was there annoying me, asking why I was gone so long and what had happened, because I looked horrified. And I just told him all the classes were empty and I lost Jack and his girl. You know, your boy didn't want to rat him out or anything. And time is going by very, very slow. And in the library, they had movies playing and stuff, so I'm trying to pay attention to the movie. I think it was Frozen that they were playing. Frozen 2. I can't exactly recall. But at the time, I couldn't really pay attention because I'm like, damn, this man has been gone for a really long time. This guy's clapping cheeks, straight up doonies in this damn classroom. And I'm like, where are these kids? Why they aren't coming back? I'm there trying to sleep because it's like 1 already. It's really late. And my mind was racing. Then about 20 minutes pass, 10 to 20. Of me pretending to be asleep because I tried going to sleep. A teacher comes into the library to talk to another teacher, the chaperone in the library. I see Jack and his girl in the hallway through the big windows the library had. But anyways, this teacher is saying that he caught 2 kids basically getting freaky with each other. I was pretty close to where the chaperone was because I was hearing everything. You know, and I'm like, yep, they caught this guy. And then they eventually leave. Jack and his girl get escorted somewhere. I have no idea where they went. Probably the front office or something, or like to the parking lot to get picked up by their parents. And this got me even more scared because Jack got caught. But anyway, fast forward, I basically pull an all-nighter here because I can't sleep. And the next day comes around, and I'm still wondering what the hell happened to my friend. And, you know, the event's already over, and it's a Friday, so I part ways with Thomas. I say bye. And it was the weekend, and my dad was there to pick me up, and your boy has to sit at home all weekend acting clueless and pretending nothing bad happened over there. So eventually Monday comes around, and your boy has kept his mouth shut, hasn't told anyone anything, and I'm at school, and I noticed this man, Jack, and his girlfriend, specifically those 2, definitely were not at school. And we later find out from our math teacher, the teacher's classroom they were in, what had happened, and we were told that they got suspended for a good amount of time. I think it was like 3 weeks to 4 weeks. It was a crazy suspension. I'm surprised they didn't get expelled for this. Like, literally, that's crazy that they didn't get expelled. And at my school, we didn't have out-of-school suspension. We had in-school suspension. So they were screwed, basically. So I did not see this man ever again, basically. And then eventually, you know, years pass. Not years, but weeks pass. And this man is back, and, you know, your boy has a bunch of questions of why, you know, why he got caught, or, like, why he was doing these things. And he, like, kind of just ignored me and pushed it off, so I left him alone, because I understand being embarrassment sucks ass. But anyways, guys, that pretty much wraps up the story. This one is more of the crazy ones. One of the craziest stories I have, because they fucked in the math teacher's classroom at school, basically, and got caught. But anyway, guys, if you liked the video, drop a like on it. If you enjoyed the story, sub or something, man. Alright, guys, stay frosty.